Welcome to the 365 Performance Show with your host, Scott Dillon.
Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. So I wanted to talk to you today about the 5 commitments. When I began to learn about this, I finally, for the first time in my life, began to realize why some things I could commit to them and execute on them and actually have success. And other things, it was no matter how hard I tried, I was just continually beating my head against a brick wall. So, the 5 commitments. Commitment number 1 is money. You can easily pay for something, and if you don't even have the money, it's really not too hard to swipe that bit of plastic and be committed. That's why you see so many people update their Facebook status. They'll say, hey, just signed up for this course, just did this online study course. Whoa! Hey, just let everyone know I've organized a personal trainer for the next year. Whoa! But you can have all the money in the world and you can pay for the best mentors, the best programs, but unless you have commitment number 2, nothing's going to bloody happen. And commitment number 2 is time. You need to commit to making the time to focus and execute on what it is you paid for. You need to block the time out in the calendar. If you've committed to the gym, you need to make time to make sure you actually turn up and do the work. But you can pay for it. You can allocate the time, but if you don't have commitment number 3, which is energy and focus, you're not going to get the most out of it. It's really easy for me to allocate the time, 5 hours study time a week to execute on some course, or 3 to 5 hours to go training every single week. But when I'm there, when I'm doing it, if I'm only half-assing it, maybe when I'm doing the course and I've got Facebook opened on another tab on the computer, I'm checking my phone every 5 minutes to see if anyone liked my Instagram post, or maybe when I'm at the gym and I'm just sort of not listening to the coach or not training hard and being focused there and I'm just half-assing it, I'm never going to have the same levels of success as someone next to me that's all in with their energy and focus. But, and here are the 2 huge ones. I can pay for something. I can allocate the time to do it. And I can be more focused than a Buddhist monk on making it happen. But if commitment number 4 isn't there, I'm going to struggle. And that commitment is faith in the program. Do I believe that the people coaching me or the program that I'm doing, do I believe it actually has what I need in order to get results? Or is this part of me where my ego's in the way and I'm like, yeah, actually this guy doesn't really know what he's talking about. I don't have faith in him. I don't really think that, he's the right guy. So if that's the case and you start the program or the commitment with that thought in the back of your head, when the going gets tough, the ego will straight away project onto that person or the program or the business for why you aren't getting what you want. But the lucky last one, and this one is fundamentally huge for 90% of people. They have belief. They have faith in the program. They put the time away. They invest in it. And they're focused. But without commitment number 5, they're never going to have success. And that is belief in themselves. If your goal and target is to lose maybe 10, 20 kilos, maybe it's to run a marathon, maybe it's to get married, I'm not sure. But can you actually see yourself in the future accomplishing that? Or does it just seem like you always have this overriding thought in your head that I'll never be able to do this, it'll never happen to me, I'm not worthy, I'll never amount to anything? And it's a big one, but it's one of the biggest things that holds us all back. This is something I went through myself when it came to writing my book, when it came to doing these podcasts, when it goes to sharing my message out there, yeah? These 5 commitments is something that every single person struggles with, one more than the other, any single time they commit to something. And with me, I knew how to make a podcast. I kind of knew what I needed to do to write a book. And I could always put time away to do it, be focused. But then that whole self-belief thing, yeah? Those thoughts of contraction, like, no one's going to want to hear what you have to say, you dickhead. No one will buy your book. Who would want to hear what you have to say? And it all comes from these fundamental principles and the belief in your actual self. And that sort of stuff, especially when we're doing things that we haven't done before. It's a work in progress every single day. These podcasts, yes, I'm up to, I think, episode 15 or 16. I've nearly been doing it for half a year. But every single week, there's this little belief part of myself that I must overcome. And the part is, like, yeah, it does get a little bit easier as I do it more often, as I get some feedback, but it's always a work in progress. So I want you to ask yourself today, when it comes to what you're maybe committing to at the moment, out of money, time, energy, faith in the program, or belief in yourself, which one of them are you lacking the most? It's an interesting one to think about, yeah? Because right now, maybe when it comes to like your health and fitness, it might be something that you're really wanting to change, but maybe, you're allocating less money than maybe a cup of coffee a day to prioritize it. So maybe that's the area that you need to work more on. Maybe you're playing the whole, I don't have the time. And we all know that you always have time for the habits that are highest priority in your life. You'll always make time to look after the family, to spend time with the ones you love if that's a priority, just like you'll always make time to sit on your ass and do nothing. Maybe that's the area you need to work on. Or maybe it's the fact that maybe you've got 3 hours a week, that's more than enough to have results with your training, but you just need to work more on that energy piece and the focus and making sure you're pushing hard when you're actually at the gym. You're 100% there. You're not checking your phone every 10 minutes and getting distracted. Or maybe it's just the recognition to look around. Hopefully you're at a gym that actually gets people results, and you can actually identify a bunch of people that are just like yourself that are there and they are in the exact same situation that you are in, and owning and identifying the fact that they actually have results and you can too. And then you can believe in the program a little bit more. Or maybe the last one, and that self-belief piece, is a bit of a limitation for you right now. And if that's the case, first of all, you need to grab a copy of my book, Stop Stopping. So go to stopstopping.com.au and grab a copy of that. It's free, you just pay for the shipping. But one thing that you can begin to work on every morning is just visualization. Close your eyes and begin to paint that picture inside your mind of what you will look like when you actually accomplish the goal it is that you're after. Where are you? What are you doing? What do the people around you say? How do you feel when they say it, when they congratulate you, when they're inspired, when they recognize all the hard work that you've done? And begin to do that every single day. Because if you cannot see it in your own mind, you can never actually make it happen. Something to think about. Hope you have a great day. And if you haven't reviewed us yet, please do that, because it makes us pop up more on iTunes and hopefully more people can actually consume what it is we're doing here. Hope you have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, please head over to the365show.com where you can gain instant access to our 4-part video series. If you like what we're doing, please leave us a review and also make sure you're subscribed so you get kept in the loop. And finally, if you know anyone else that could benefit from this show, please share it with them.